Hi, another video. This one's a little bit different. I'm going to do this one about a phone case. The reason I am doing it about a phone case is because in my job as a plumbing and heating engineer, I have to have a decent case, otherwise I end up smashing my phone. So this one is made, or supposedly made, by Punk Case. When I bought it, it was listed as Punk Case UK. It is not Punk Case UK. It comes from Brooklyn in New York. Okay, so when you do order it, don't expect it to turn up next day. This one took 11 days, 12 days to turn up, I think it was. I had no feedback from the seller, despite numerous messages asking when the product was going to be delivered. The delivery options are standard and I think special delivery. I picked standard. It still cost me, I think it was £5. The special delivery was, I think, £7-8, something like that. But like I said, I think it was 15 days before it turned up. But we'll just go into the reason I bought it and obviously what I bought it for. This is a battery case. Can you see the profile? This bit here, this bit is the battery, okay? This is for an iPhone 11 Pro, okay? So you've got the camera hole there, okay? You've got cutouts for the silence button, which is a pain in the backside, and I'll tell you why later. You've got the volumes up and down button. You've got on and off, switch the screen on and off, okay? You've got holes in the bottom for the speakers or microphones, and you've got the lightning connector there that picks up the bottom of the phone and actually transfers the charge from this battery into your phone, okay? This is not wire-free. This is plugged it in to your lightning connector at the bottom of your phone. And then obviously when you want to plug in something like a charging cable, you plug it into the case's lightning connector, okay? So they're slightly different, they're staggered inside, okay? Takes a few hours to charge up from flat, probably 3 to 4 hours. I can't be exactly sure because I don't really flatten it. When the case turned up, it was partially charged. I think it took about 3 to 4 hours. Good idea, but as you can see, the item is made in China, okay? I've got a funny feeling that Punk Case have them printed up with their names on the back. As you can see with this one, there are wear patches on there. That is where I hold it with my hand, okay? You get sort of wear patches, can you see, on the fingers? Now, I originally bought this to take on a holiday with me because the battery on my iPhone, the battery health is right down to about 75%. And I didn't have time to turn the phone off to have the battery replaced. So this was the other option. It was $29.98 when I bought it, plus postage. Is it any good for the money? For under 30 quid, yes, it does the job. Just quickly, you can see a series of lights there. There are 4 lights. That's your charge levels, okay? Down on this one, that would be low charge, all the way up to that one. Don't know if it will. You can see, I think you can see that. But this is fully charged. I haven't used it to charge the phone up, okay? On-off button for the charger there. But yeah, I bought this to back up the phone because the battery was running out, and took it on holiday fairly quickly. I don't know whether or not it was sun cream that was on my hands, but for some reason all of this stuff, all of the backing that makes it a little bit of a matte effect, started to peel off in big lumps, and it just continued to peel off. Occasionally bits come off while I'm working. It's no big deal, just looks a little bit messy. You can see it there. How good is it at protecting your phone? I dropped this the other day with my phone in it. I'm filming on the phone, so that's the reason the phone's not in it. I dropped it probably from about chest height. I was bringing the phone up to use it. It slipped out of my hands because these patches are a little bit slippy now that the back's worn off. It dropped onto the floor, landed on its corner, and fortunately for me, the screen protector that you get with the kit that this comes with cracked, nothing else. The phone was perfectly fine. Like I said, I am filming on the phone right now. So, you know, the phone's still working. It protected the phone. I wouldn't like to drop it any further than chest height because I don't think it would survive. As far as waterproof is concerned, I wouldn't even contemplate getting it wet. I don't think it would like it. It isn't listed as being waterproof, splash proof or anything else. Fairly good with the dust, although you can see, I don't know if you can see that closely, there is dust within this rim. Okay, it's in my pocket most days. There is dust inside there. I do clean it out quite regularly, but it does get very dusty. The other thing I've noticed, and I've noticed it happens quite a lot with some of these shaped screens, not the OtterBox ones, but these ones, this bit here starts to belly out. Sort of when the phone's in it, it's slack here. So there's nothing new with regards to, it's nothing unusual. It doesn't really affect the phone, but that's just, I don't know if you can see a slight deviation there. It gets a little bit slack there. It's not very stiff there. The other thing is this is the cutout for the silence button, or the button where you would turn off the ringer on your phone. You continually catch that with your fingers when you pick the phone up and you grab it. You can accidentally pull the silent button down on the phone, and the phone will be ringing, but it'll only be buzzing if you've got it set to vibrate. It won't actually be physically ringing, mainly because your fingers keep catching the silent button there. These work well, on and off button works well. As far as weight goes, you will notice a marked difference from the weight of a normal iPhone, even with a case on, to when you put this one in. It is quite a weight for a phone. Everybody who's had a look at it and picked it up has said the same thing. You know, it is quite heavy, but it does its job. As I said, my phone's down to about 70-something% on its health. It really needs a new battery. This has pulled me out of it's pulled me out of trouble about 4 or 5 times now when the phone's almost been flat. The only thing it does do, it doesn't like getting warm. If you are using the phone whilst you're charging and you're holding it, it does get quite warm. And what you will get is a message on the screen saying that the charging has been stopped until the phone has reached normal temperature. Because as it's charging, this does get warm. Not hot, gets warm. And you can actually tell when it's charging. If you put it in your pocket, you can actually feel it quite warm. I connect my phone in my vehicle to a lightning cable that takes it over so that I get Apple CarPlay in the van. The only thing I've noticed with this is, for some reason, it won't connect straight away to the Apple CarPlay. Sometimes I have to turn the radio off and back on again for it to recognise this, and it pings quite a lot. It makes a funny noise. Not this, but the phone itself. It makes a pinging noise that it's sort of disconnecting, reconnecting, disconnecting, reconnecting. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 attempts. Sometimes it does it on its own straight away. Not a bad piece of equipment. If you're looking for something that will back you up on the phone, I don't personally think this is as tough as my OtterBox case. I had an OtterBox case. My phone is coming up to 4 years old in November. The OtterBox case was far superior with regards to protection. But as I said, this is a battery pack. The OtterBox is a lot more robust. But this did save the phone the other day, and it saved it a couple of times. So it does work. The case is robust enough. Fitting it, the rest of the case here is stiff. When you fit in it, if you do get one of these, and it's a little bit confusing because the instructions are really poor, you pull this case back like that. You slide your phone in, pull the case back, and then you pull it over and you peel it over the corners. Okay, fairly easy to do. It's not hard. Weight is a thing. Money, fairly cheap. Well worth 30 quid. The only other thing is the guy or company that sells this case is absolutely useless at getting back to people. He's got poor reviews for that reason. And if you're not, this wasn't the one I ordered. I ordered a red one. It was a black one that was sent. I emailed the guy who is responsible for Punk Case, and it took him 10 days to get back to me. And then he told me to send it all the way back to Brooklyn at my expense, not his, mine. I wasn't prepared to do that. He said that he would give me a full refund when it comes back. I don't trust the fact I'm going to get that. Some of the reviews are quite poor online with regards to his communication. But as far as the product goes, I don't believe he's making them. They are made in China. I do believe that they're stamped up with Punk Case. But as you can see, I do use mine, and I'm a plumbing and heating engineer. It's in my pocket. It gets chucked on sides, scratched around the table and whatnot. You can see, you know, there's scratches all over the back. So it's not treated with kit gloves. As again, like I said, just under 30 quid, pull you out of a jam very easily. Just don't get it wet. Dust-wise, not too bad. It hasn't caused a problem yet. Punk Case. I bought it from, I think I bought it offline from the Punk Case site. Don't forget what I said with regards to Punk Case UK. It is not UK. It's bought from, it's sent from Brooklyn in New York. Okay, you will not get it from the UK. It has to come from the US. So it does take a bit of time. If you don't mind waiting, if you don't mind the fact that the guy can't even send a cover that's the right colour, and then you'd have to send it back at your own expense, then I don't know. There are other covers on the market. Try those out. Have a good look at the reviews. As far as I'm concerned, it's worth 30 quid. It's done me okay for the last 3 months, and it's, like I said, pulled me out a few jams. I hope that helps. Punk Case, iPhone 11 Pro. There are other cases on the market for the other iPhones and the Samsung phones. Okay, I hope that helps.